Joining us now is Jeff Ostrowski from Bankrate. They've got a new survey out that they did of home buyers and home sellers. And Jeff, thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. We're really interested in this whole mortgage lock-in effect and how mortgage rates are affecting the housing market.
Yeah, as am I. And so, speaking of those mortgage rates, we are sitting right now, according to Mortgage News Daily, with a 30-year fixed rate average of 6.83%. And we have seen a meaningful increase in the number of homes for sale over the course of the last few years. I get this question all the time, Jeff. Is this a buyer's market, a seller's market, or some weird combination of the two?
Yeah, I would say that last option. It's a buyer's market in some parts of the country, like Florida, Texas, maybe parts of the Mountain West. Those super hot markets that were intense sellers markets have really shifted to buyer's markets. So houses are sitting, there are a lot of choices, there's a lot of new construction. So those places are buyer's markets. And then a bit surprisingly, there are a lot of markets in the Northeast and the Midwest that have turned very much into sellers markets. So double-digit price appreciation. And so just really intriguing to see the regional differences in the housing market right now. So I guess the answer is kind of like all of the above, none of the above, just depending on where in the country you're looking for a home.
So what did your survey find when they asked folks, hey, what's going to get you into the comfort level for listing your home for sale sometime in the next year?
Yeah, we found that mortgage lock-in effect is still in effect. Most Americans just aren't even thinking about selling a home and buying another one now, just because of the combination of record high home prices and mortgage rates that are like more than twice those 3% rates they locked in back during the pandemic. So we really found that there's just not a lot of movement in the housing market. Buyers just don't feel motivated, or sellers don't feel motivated to put their homes on the market. Buyers don't feel real motivated to buy with this combination of rates near 7%, as you mentioned, and then home prices at record highs.
I get the piece about sellers, right? If you're locked into a 3% mortgage rate, it's tough to envision selling that home. On the buyer side, I'm just surprised we aren't getting more comfortable and more normalized with this. Your survey found that about 51% of homeowners say they would be uncomfortable purchasing another home no matter what happens with mortgage rates?
Yeah. And I mean, who knows? That's one of those things that's sort of like the consumer confidence survey. You're asking people
Sure.
to about their feelings, which, wouldn't, who knows if that really lines up with what they would actually do. But yeah, I mean, a homeowner Americans are still very much looking in the rearview mirror. They see those 3% mortgage rates of a few years ago as the good old days. They're anchoring off that, and that's what they really want.
Do you see a threshold from this survey where, hey, if rates actually do get below this XYZ level, that, buyers and sellers start returning to the market, or is it not easy to really play that out?
Yeah, it's hard to play it out. I mean, everyone wants rates below 6%. A lot of people want rates below 5%. But everyone forgets that for rates to get that low, something really bad would have to happen in the
Yeah.
economy. So then that might make them less motivated to do a big transaction.
Jeff Ostrowski joining us today from Bankrate, talking to us about the survey of buyers and sellers on the housing market. Only about 30 seconds here, Jeff. Any other big conclusions you had from asking so many people this question when it came to their mortgage rates and their appetite for the housing market?
Just that Americans are still looking back to the quote unquote good old days of low rates, even though rates were super low because the economy was crashing. And everyone's sort of waiting for Americans to get past 3% mortgage rates, and that moment still has not arrived.